I've read Roy Keane's book. When he was manager of Sunderland, he stayed in halls, like uni halls.
Imagine him telling you to keep the noise down. You'd never be loud again. Welcome back to the Dugout on Standout Sport TV. Not a brand new series, it's a new series now.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Brand new means like fresh.
Right, it's
like
the first
episode.
No, it's
so
not
it's
that.
just new now.
All right.
Yeah, how you doing now?
Well,
You
good,
right?
mate. Had a good weekend. Went to a bonfire.
Bonfire?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a month early, but we actually went with some friends, and basically we took a dog to the fireworks.
What?
It's not the done thing, is it?
No. What?
Got a few weird looks.
Did you put it in?
Huh?
Was it? What do you mean?
We went to a bonfire, and our friends were coming. They've
You
got
said
like
your dog. It sounded like
they've got
sacrificing your dog.
Yeah. No. We just took the dog to the fireworks, but it didn't give a shit. It was just sniffing around on the grass.
Why was it doing fireworks? Just because?
Because you're not meant to take, like, dogs are meant to be scared of fireworks, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
not
no,
yours.
it was fine. But everyone was giving a few weird looks, like, why the fuck have you got a dog at the fireworks?
So is your dog?
Well, you think it would, but he didn't care. Like, I was looking at the dog as the fireworks were on, and he was just like sniffing the grass, mate. Didn't care.
Was your dog just built different?
It's not my dog. It's my friend's dog. Yeah, he's built it. Or he might be deaf. We don't know. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm much better than I was last week. I was feeling a bit ropey. So.
Yeah, but you gave the illness to me.
Yeah,
which is
I?
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks.
So the weekend was good, apart from the fact that I felt like utter shit.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good.
For the majority of it.
But
But
we
apart
made
from
it.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
You told me you met Glenn Hoddle this morning.
I didn't meet him.
Well, you saw him.
I saw him on the golf course.
Yeah. And he good?
I only saw one shot.
Yeah.
Weren't looking too good, but that's all I can see
We
really.
told
But it was
you
pretty
as
cool,
well.
mate.
What do you know about Glenn Hoddle?
My dad said that he went to watch a Bolton under-21s match, being a Bolton fan when he was younger, and he said Glenn Hoddle was playing for Spurs,
Yeah.
and he was
he
the
old or
best
young?
best player. Was he in the under-21s?
Oh, no, but he might
said he was the best player he's ever seen.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that, like, because players like that do know those like sport, like football podcasts now.
Yeah.
They say like when he was manager, like he'd still be technically best player, easy. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the fact that he got sacked by England, and do you know why?
For saying that something like if you're disabled, then you did something wrong in a past life.
Correct. Odd man.
You just don't say that if you're
No.
England manager.
I think he was in the job for like 2 weeks. And then
Yeah.
he said that, and they were like, "Well,
No, it was
obviously
longer
you've
than.
got to go now."
Yeah, you can't.
Like, why have he said that? I think he believes in like
What? Yeah, but
reborn.
what? Like, where did he say that? Was it down the pub or was it in an interview?
It might
Or
have been like a press conference or something. Conference or something. I don't know how it came
why?
out.
Yeah, why would that ever come up?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. But like, I just thought, you know that, but I just thought everyone should be reminded. I wonder if he still believes it. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's changed. But
That's not the sort of thing you just sort of turn on and off,
No.
though, is it? It's probably a long set. But disclaimer, I don't believe that.
no.
So, yeah.
But-
I can't get in trouble for saying it.
Yeah.
Quickly moving on
Yeah.
from that subject. Did you watch football this weekend? What did you watch? What didn't you watch? What
Well,
did you think?
obviously, I watched Arsenal Liverpool,
Yeah.
and I watched Match of the Day.
Do you know what? The schedule this weekend was shocking, I thought.
What timing wise?
Timing wise.
No 12:30 kickoff.
For the armchair fan,
Yeah.
like myself, it was atrocious.
I think to be fair, some people will be happy though because you had tons. It was a game on at like Sunday night. where usually you can be quite bored.
Yeah, but imagine you're an away fan to that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
know
I'm
it
not.
wasn't that far, but you know, all the United fans have got to travel back to London.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Really good weekend of football. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, mate. I didn't catch a lot of the highlights. Like I reckon 50% of the games I watched. And do you know why? Because I watch the games on YouTube like after they've come out. So sometimes I can't be asked to wait out for match of the day. I'm going through them and I see Brighton 0, Tottenham 1, and I'm just like, I'm not fucking watching that. I'm sorry. That is it. And apparently I'd made the right choice because it was extremely boring.
My mate is a Spurs fan. Literally said before the game, he's like, can't wait for this. Harry Kane pen 1-0. It wasn't a pen, but this is what Tottenham fans come to expect now. Just quite dry games, like just doing what they can just to get by.
Yeah.
But they're doing well. Yeah, likewise, I don't really want to talk about that. I'd rather talk about shit like Gary Neville signing a Qatari TV deal.
We actually said before that we weren't going to bring this up.
Why?
Because it just gets political.
No, but you want to get political. I could see it in your eye.
I don't, but I just... No, I don't know if we're allowed to.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that...
get hung.
There's... Yeah, well, we might do, mate. You never know. There's two Gary Nevilles, mate, and I'm aligned with... Well, I was aligned with both of them. I think he's an amazing football pundit, and politically, I was aligned with him on that as well. I agree with a lot of the shit he says.
Yeah.
But he's lost all his credibility now. Really.
Why? Because he's taking their money.
Because he's taking money from a regime that are doing the things he moans about the UK.
Yeah.
Not being progressive enough quite a lot with LGBT and working people's rights and all of that. And he's just completely forgotten about it because he's been offered a few... well, I don't know how much money he's been offered, but there's obviously been a paycheck waved in front of his face, and he's gone, yeah, all right then. He's already going over there with ITV.
Well, the thing is that Paddy, he said that it was a 6-figure sum, but I think that is bollocks. There's no way that Qatari TV are not paying someone millions.
Like, you know, I mean, I can't see whether it's bollocks or not. And if it was something like that, Gary Neville was obviously a very rich man. Yeah, First of all, why would he do that if it was such a, well, I say a low figure, but for someone who's got as much money as he has, that is kind of low. So he knows obviously the effect that that's going to have on his credibility when he goes. He's in the Labour Party now. You know, he has to have. He has to have some parts. He has to have he needs to be able to know how this is going to look. Yeah. And obviously it's not going to look good. Does,
to be honest, what is he going to say? He's going to be talking about football. He can't just he says he's going to try and bridge gaps and stuff. He's just going to start
he's getting paid to talk about football. You think he's going to be on the panel at half time during an England game and start being like, oh, the way they treat homosexuals here is outrageous. And no, he's going to talk. He's going to just 4-0, he's just going to analyse the football. So he's not going to do anything like that. He made that documentary with Sky about like where he went to Qatar and just bigged it up again. And I think when he's on a few different payrolls and a few different broadcasters now, and obviously he's not going to be able to say what he actually thinks. Yeah. But then again, I think his credibility now, when he comes back and starts doing all this political stuff again, it's just everyone's going to come back. Yeah. Didn't you do this? And didn't you take all this money from this regime, Gary? And he's sort of lost his credibility. It's like a fat personal trainer. How can you give me advice when you aren't in shape yourself? That sort of thing. So he's just lost his leg to stand on. I feel it's a bit disappointing from Gino because I did love him.
He might do mad things with it. I don't know.
What do you think he's going to do?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's going to make a stand.
He's going to get with a guy on TV.
Yeah,
maybe
he might do.
Martin Keown.
Him and Keown, yeah, they might hit or Carragher.
But I'm actually gutted that we're not going to have him on our own terrestrial TV.
No, we are. He's on ITV. He's on ITV and beIN Sport.
Good, yeah.
Which is a bit. I
need to see the lineups. No, when they do the World Cup presenter lineups. Yeah. They're more exciting.
Who are you hoping is not on there?
Paul Merson.
Merson, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like listening to him at all. Who else? Dion Dublin, yeah, he's just a throwaway. I mean, he doesn't need to be there.
A throwaway?
Dion Dublin is Dion Dublin.
100 Premier League goals, mate.
Yeah, I know, but
over
still.
That.
But I don't think he's that good at pundit.
I don't really have an opinion on Dion Dublin as a pundit, to be honest. He's just, like you meant, he's just there.
Who else? Who for you? I like Danny Murphy because he says things that other people don't say.
What you think? What, like Neville, like Gino?
Yeah, he's a bit. I like him because he's a little bit miserable as well, which is quite funny.
Roy Keane has to be there, and I'm pretty sure he will be there with ITV because he was at the Euros.
Yeah. I think the most common panel on ITV is Roy Keane, Ian Wright, Gary Neville.
What about Michael Owen? Any of the BT lot, I don't like Michael get out
Owen.
Of here.
I don't like Michael Owen.
BT, the pundits on BT make watching that channel a nightmare, mate.
Know what I do hate? I hate the Steve McManaman hate. I feel like he's not that great, but people go overboard with how much they hate him.
Because he says Fletch.
Yeah, Fletch. Yeah. But why they keep playing him and Fletch? Because they're not that bad.
Fletch and Sam.
Not playing them, but you know what I mean.
Playing them. Hargreaves, I think Hargreaves is decent. He's just got a weird accent.
Yeah, I do kind of respect him just because he's been abroad and done other things other than most English presenters.
You were abroad last week, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. The week before.
Yeah.
Got diarrhea.
Do you think Hargreaves ever got diarrhea? when he was
Yeah,
abroad.
of course. Yeah, he's had every injury, so he's definitely.
Is that an injury? Diarrhea? He's out for 6 months with diarrhea. Get the physio
on
in.
FPL, like diarrhea, 50% chance of playing.
That'd be so embarrassing. Imagine that. You know, he's like, oh, he's got piles, so he might miss this week, or he's got chlamydia or something. Grealish has got gonorrhea, so he can't play.
To be fair, would that keep you out though?
Huh?
Would that keep you out? Like,
I
don't know.
Don't know, mate. I haven't had it. Disclaimer again. But I don't know. It might be itchy. But do you remember Marco Asensio had to pull out a Champions League game because he shaved his legs and got an ingrown hair? Do you remember that one? Yeah, it was a big game as well.
We should have a look at some of the funniest injuries.
Yeah. We should really get on with reviewing some football. Arsenal v Liverpool. You're obviously a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
You're obviously gutted.
Yeah. You know what? So because Liverpool have been good for the last couple of years, I haven't realised, like, I haven't felt pain. Like, I've just sort of been thinking, like, even when we've lost, I've gone, we're still good. Like, we play well, blah blah. It's been a few games now. But now it's starting to affect my health. Like, because
your physical health.
Yeah, like I'm invested.
So you're like binge eating
more
after the game.
Health. Yeah. I just sort of feel a little bit shitter now.
You did say to me before. You did say to me before that we filmed this that you hadn't done any exercise in weeks.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Is that because of Liverpool losing?
No, well, maybe I wouldn't put it down to them solely, but they're probably adding to that.
You've just got a lot going on in your life, and Liverpool's making it hard.
Yeah, exactly. They're not making it any easier, though.
All right.
Yeah.
You should write a letter to Klopp, see if he writes back.
I'm worried. We're 9 points away from.
You're 14 points of Arsenal.
14 points of Arsenal, and we've got Man City next week, which I do think we're going to win.
Why are you smiling so much?
Because
you can't even say it seriously.
Yeah, because I don't know if I truly believe that, but I believe it right now.
Okay.
But yeah, it wasn't good. To be honest, we weren't shocking against Arsenal. Arsenal were very good, but we were just quite tame for a lot of the game. And I'm pissed off because although that pen, people say it's a soft pen, it's so soft. It's so soft that it's not a pen.
What, you think it's not a pen?
No.
So I'm going to go.
If that pen does not get given, then no one says anything.
But this type of pen, I'm going to go back to what I always say. Don't kick people in the box. Don't give the ref the chance to give him the pen. Just don't kick people in the box, and he can't give a pen. It's simple, man. And you know what? You've seen him given. You have a right to feel aggrieved because the handball in the first half was outrageous. Yeah. His arm is in pretty much the most unnatural position it can be. It's up here.
Yeah.
And it's hit him like that. And so, but, you know, for the most part of the first half, you dominated. Arsenal scored and didn't do anything until they scored the second goal. Yeah. But you just didn't capitalise. Nunes looked good for little spurts, but then he just kept being caught offside. I'm
coming out of that game thinking, all right, he's playing okay, but we've just got Diaz is now injured.
Yeah.
Massive loss.
Yeah.
We do have Jota come back.
Salah's just not himself.
No, what's not maybe a massive loss? Maybe Trent having a break. He's injured, apparently.
Trent is not injured, mate.
Yeah, but
as Neville said, look, he played on after that injury, and as Neville pointed out, straight in the half-time whistle, he was just on the bench. There was no physio going on. He was just sitting there. The guy is drowning, mate. Yeah. Klopp did him a favour taking him off. I think the injury helped him to say, "Oh yeah, I'm injured," but mate, nah.
He needs that Harry Maguire treatment. He needs to actually just sit on the bench for a little bit and just think about his actions, or not even think about his actions, just not be getting grief every week.
I've got a conspiracy.
Go on.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
What?
Because he's banging free kicks in. But he's not defending on purpose, so he eventually gets played in the position he wants to play, which would be centre mid or right wing or whatever.
He's never playing right wing, but centre mid maybe. I thought you were going to say he's pushing for a move. I was like, I just can't see that happening.
Well, he's pushing for a move to Besiktas at the moment. Link up with Delhi within 2 years.
To be fair, that is my worry, that he does just mentally deteriorate.
You know what? It's not just Trent. It's Van Dijk as well.
No, he's not as bad. Trust me.
Yeah, but he's not as good as he has been.
But a lot of
he's fallen off a cliff. Really,
he's not been terrible. He's just been under constant pressure.
It's Salah as well. Just hasn't done anything since he signed that contract, mate.
And now we play 4-4-2, so he's just.
It wasn't even. It wasn't 4-4-2 on the weekend though.
It was, yeah.
It wasn't.
But it said that on your thing, but it is.
It said on the Sky lineup as well.
Yeah, but it is more like a 4-4-2.
A manager's allowed to lie on that. Allowed to say, yeah, we're going 4-4-2. Wink, wink.
I suppose a lot of. I've always thought about this. Like, do they actually give formation, or do they just?
Would Arteta
give the
look
numbers?
at the thing and go, "All right, they're playing this," or would they have to just work out in the game?
Like a lot of them, like they played. Most teams play 2 different formations.
We should know
one
it,
in defence
really.
and one in attack.
We've got a football podcast. We should know.
Yeah. What?
Any viewers know the answer to this? If you're actually involved in professional football and have an actual expert opinion, just write in. Let us know.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going on with Liverpool this season? I asked you it last week, and you said we're still good, but it's obvious that you're not. From my point of view, Klopp has just run these players into the ground,
I'm glad
they're now sort of getting to the point where they're unusable.
I'm glad you said that, because I don't believe that you can run players into the ground. Like you can make people tired from 1 week to the next, but one season to the next, I don't get it. Like you can't fatigue a player. I think it's just mentally they're not choosing to run as much. Like something's happened. There's something in the culture of the club where something's gone wrong, and Klopp's trying to fix it, and it's not working.
The culture of the club.
It's something to do with mentality. It's something to do with mentality though, because it's the running. They can run. They're just not. I don't know how else to put it. It's annoying me. I can't figure it out.
In the last 12 games, they've conceded 16 goals, and in the 12 games previous to that, they conceded 3.
Yeah. And we conceded 2 games in a row now.
And the left back Robertson's been out.
Yeah.
But apart from that, you've had your starting back.
I think it's mainly the midfield. Like the defense isn't good, but the midfield is what's
the midfield is extremely slow.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to say that on the weekend, like even they had a 2-man midfield in the weekend, and they it's the weird one with Liverpool, because the majority of the first half they were bossing it.
Yeah,
and they looked like they were going to get a few more goals in the first half, and then Arsenal scored on the break, and suddenly Liverpool they just fell apart.
Yeah, well.
So they can play properly.
Yeah.
They're just not doing it. But Arsenal, unreal.
Yeah, they were good.
We've had our fair share of Arsenal slander, but I'm really enjoying watching them. Can't lie. For the first time in about 15 years, I'm actually enjoying watching Arsenal play, which is mental. Never thought I'd ever say that.
No, they're quite
Martinelli, I thought, was just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, he's my favourite. Like, he's my favourite Arsenal player, I think.
And
maybe not the best one, but he is going to be one of the great Premier League wingers if he keeps this up, because he's just got that tenacious running. He's so good at dribbling.
Do you not think Klopp is to blame then for saying that he's got Martinelli who's on fire?
Yeah.
He's taken on all comers, any right back, and then you've got Trent who literally can't defend.
Who's he going to play?
He bought Joe Gomez on for Trent, and then that was it. Martinelli didn't really do much for the rest of the.
Well, Joe Gomez came on, and straight away he ran in behind.
Yeah, but nothing come of it.
No.
So 2 times he ran in behind Trent, it led to a goal.
You've got to play Trent. You have to play Trent.
Why?
Because
he's just given away 2 goals.
For England,
if Trent weren't playing, you'd have won that game.
No.
Gave away 2 goals, mate.
It wasn't him. The one of them was definitely him, but not 2 of them.
You're deluded, mate.
The one where he starts running from centre back to around the wing, I don't know what he was doing.
The first one, he's got 2 players on the right, and he's literally standing between them.
Yeah,
and the ball's gone past him.
But Martinelli,
and he just stood still.
Yeah, fucking unreal. I think apart from the fact he's quite skinny, he does remind me of like Alexis Sanchez or like he's a kid. He's a kid. He's not got that muscle yet, but like he's just tricky and he can finish. That's the one thing with a lot of players that are like Martinelli, but they can't finish. He can finish.
Another player that dropped a 10 out of 10, Ben White. Again.
Yeah, Ben White. I love
Solid,
Ben White. When Arsenal bought him and everyone was giving him grief, I was thinking, he's a player. He's exactly what Arsenal needed. Keep buying. They were buying centre backs like David Luiz and stuff at the time. Like you need someone.
They were asking for it a bit.
You need someone, and like Mustafi and all this. It's like you need someone like him who's actually quite good at football in a lot of areas and can defend.
Yeah, like David Luiz is so like. He's a known clown.
Yeah.
Like he was known as a clown before they bought him.
However,
I don't know why they did that. But Ben White, this season, he's been playing at right back, not even centre back. He's been absolutely quality.
Look like he should be on X Factor though.
So, but right, what in a boy group, boy band?
Like, he's one of those guys.
Like, what's it called? Bars and Melody. Do you remember them? He's like Bars and Melody grown up.
He goes on to do it on his own, but he's like just not good enough. So then they put him in a group.
Yeah, nice. What would the group be called? No Way Back or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Martinelli or Diaz?
Martinelli.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy one.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, I'd say that, mate.
Decent.
Dead question.
Are Liverpool going to make Champions League?
No,
I
no
think
way in hell.
No.
No way.
Yeah, it's sad to say.
Speaking of which, West Ham are, was it 6 points off fourth?
Like, see what I mean? Like, this. How has this happened?
What do you mean?
Like West Ham were flopping. We beat Bournemouth 9-0.
West Ham
and now they're
weren't. West
above
Ham
us.
weren't flopping, mate.
Yeah, but they had a slow start.
We
You
had
weren't
a
playing that
tough
bad.
start. To
Yeah,
the
tough
season.
start.
Yeah.
But now Skamaka, the man, has arrived.
Yeah, I've got to apologise. Official apologies to Schumacher. You're the man.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the man.
He actually does seem like he could be the man.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
keeping Antonio out of the team as well.
Yeah.
Which again, unreal.
Antonio did score. Oh no, he got called off.
He scored like he scored.
but it should have. It hit
He
his hand.
handballed it,
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
missed the 1-on-1 and somehow scored. It was like he burped and farted the ball into the goal. It's pretty much how it was described, mate.
Yeah, Antonio is one of those guys where he's main like when people have like a signature skill move. His skill move is just sort of like run into someone and somehow the ball bounces into
And
his
just
direction.
somehow it doesn't get given as a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when he's dribbling, it's sort of like the ball bounces off his knees a lot.
Yeah,
And I don't get how he controls it.
Some people are just good at it.
Like bounces off his knees into the floor, like he's dribbling a basketball.
Going off football for a second, yeah. The NBA.
Which is
It's the basketball one in America.
all right, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so Draymond Green,
Draymond Green.
Dre for short, and Jordan Poole, JP.
All right.
They had a
It's like
fight.
it's like made in Chelsea. Sounds like it.
But no,
I've seen the video. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so-
sparks him. Yeah,
Draymond Green, he's like a well-established basketball
Yeah.
player who's won loads of rings. He comes over.
he's won loads of what,
bound-
like Raven,
like-
that CBB.
Yeah, like no, like
CBBS
if
program.
If you won the Prem, you'd get a ring, basically.
Yeah, you have won 3 rings. Remember that?
He comes bounding over, and Jordan Poole's by the ball, and he's like, "Yeah, what, pussy?" And then Draymond Green just knocks him out.
Did he say that?
Well, we can only assume.
Was it? Mate, they weren't filming Top Boy, were they?
But yeah, you saw him.
I have seen that, mate, and I feel like football needs a lot more of that because if that
we
happened
need to film training.
if that happened in Premier League, it would have been the chest push.
Yeah,
That's what footballers love, the chest
And,
push.
like, quite
Rarely, like once in a blue moon, someone actually gets punched.
And quite often you see like in the newspaper, oh yeah, Adebayo had a punch up with this person or whatever, but you never see the footage. Well, like, we should be filming all the training so we can watch it.
Oh yeah, like Suarez when he used to bite people, I reckon he'd have probably got more done and got more respect if he just lamped them.
Yeah. So I want to
Biting people is just a bit weird.
I want to put it to you, yeah.
All right.
So
go
you
on.
go to football training, yeah.
I'm
You're
going.
already like
No, this has actually happened to me.
what? So
In
you
a-
wait. So you went training and someone's come up to you and
not
they
in
knocked
training,
you out, or
in a
you
s-
telling me you knocked someone out?
No, in a Sunday league match, I when I was about 15, I put a late challenge in on someone. It was
Yeah,
about 10
yeah.
minutes to go in the game. It was like 2-2. I put a very late challenge on someone, and there had been a bit of verbal game. And this guy, he was about, mate, he must have been about 6'4", and I'm 5'9.5" right now. So back then, mate, I was shorter and a lot skinnier as well. So this kid, he's literally grabbed me like that, and I'm looking up like that at his face, and he's just started hammering me, like, and my head was like doing, doing. And then one of my teammates ran in and like punched this guy in the head,
Yeah.
to which I've just been let free and just fell. And I remember like the two teams just ran at each other. Everyone's punching each other.
Yeah.
People were steaming in like 2-footed to the chest and stuff. And I've just sort of got up and snuck away. I've just gone onto the sideline to my dad like this shit. I couldn't even see, mate. I remember just my eyes going in both directions. Like all I remember is my head just going doing, doing. So it's bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
it weren't that good. And then like when we got home, I remember coming downstairs at like 7. And I was like, well, what's for dinner? And they were like, we ate it an hour ago. Because I'd just forgotten. I must have had like bad
I
concussion.
thought he was going to say knuckle sandwich or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, no, I already had that.
What if it happened? It's your own teammate knocked you out in training, and then they were like, "Yeah, see you next week." Would you turn up?
Well, it would be next day, wouldn't it?
It
'Cause
was
they're
next
professional.
day, yeah.
That'd be like walking into your office and someone giving you a
Yeah,
slap.
Because like, even though
And you've got to go into the work next day.
Because you can pretend that you don't care all you want.
Well,
but everyone knows you got knocked out, and it's embarrassing as a guy.
No, but this is two extremely rich guys, so someone's going to be getting sued.
Yeah, of course.
And there's going to be like someone will be. The police will probably get involved, right? Unless they sort it out themselves.
It's quite a good battle as well because it's like the old guard, the guy who's probably got less to give the club now, versus this young guy who's like, you got to choose whether you stick with, like, you go with the guy who's won you all the fucking trophies or the kid who's going to win you the trophies.
I don't really know like anything
who he is.
about basketball. Yeah. I don't know who they are. Can you compare them to?
All I know is
can you compare it to football players?
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Has
comes
punched.
over and he just knocked out Scott McTominay. no, it's not Scott McTominay. Is not a good one.
Scott McTominay's going to win you trophies.
Anthony. He's knocked out Anthony.
Oh, why has he done that?
Well, I don't know.
That's embarrassing for Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it is embarrassing because you don't know what's said, but like it is embarrassing if you're knocking out your own teammate.
Right.
Like Ronaldo's just knocked out Anthony, but if we had a full-on Royal Rumble Prem, one from each team, who's going to win it?
Oh, mate, you could have given me a bit of warning that this is going to be a question.
I think this will help. I think it's got to be it's going to be a goalkeeper. They're kind of skittish.
Do you know what? I was thinking this I was reading this thing. I don't care about goalies at all.
No,
I don't even see them as players.
I don't care about their well-being.
I don't know what I get that you can have a good goalie and a bad goalie, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't get what makes them good. Obviously, not letting goals in.
Yeah.
But apart from that, and every goalie I've played with got a bit of a screw loose.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to be? Why do you want to be a goalie?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just weird. When you're younger, you just want to score goals, right?
Mm.
You don't want to be a goalie.
No.
But anyway, back to your point. No goalies allowed.
Okay, I'm going Ibrahim Konate for the Liverpool centre back.
Okay.
He just looks like a beast, and also he's from like the suburbs of Paris, so I know he's probably quite handy.
I'm going to go for my
Van
man.
Van Dijk's quite strong as well.
My man, Martinez. Lisandro.
What, do you think he just hide in the corner and no one realises?
Yeah, because when I was into wrestling in like year 7, I watched Royal Rumble and Rey Mysterio won.
Yeah, he could have been.
And he was short with the Martinez, mate. And he just sort of hung around, snuck in at the end, and just give someone the 619.
Yeah, 619. What a sweet move.
But yeah, I go for Martinez. Yeah, the butcher apparently. The Man United fans call him.
Yeah, no, I suppose if it's wrestling, it's fake anyway, so anyone can win. I don't know if we want to talk about this or just replay what we say every week.
Man City
won, and the other team didn't.
No, because I triple captained Haaland this week.
Oh yeah,
absolutely nailed on that he was going to score a hat trick, and he scored one.
Yeah, and he was almost not going to score one as well.
Quite
a lot of the game went by.
Yeah. So yeah, Cancelo, obviously, I think he might be the best player in the league.
Yeah. Do you think he could play on the wing for like mid-table team?
I think he could start in number 10 role for West Ham.
I think he genuinely has the ability to do.
Yeah, mate. He wears number 7, and he's a left back, and he never defends because he doesn't need to.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've seen they put these like average positioning on the game, and he was just playing like left mid or something.
Exactly. He doesn't need to.
Him and Foden love it because Foden's like just sort of chills and pass the ball to Cancelo, who's constantly overlapping.
Yeah, but
he's like Gene Ev on steroids.
So speaking of Haaland, we've got an article caught my eye this morning about Haaland's diet. The article says Manchester City sensation Erling Haaland reveals bizarre diet that helps him take the game by storm. Erling Haaland has taken the game by storm by feasting on a diet of hearts and liver.
Feasting? Is that what it says?
Have you ever eaten a heart?
Oh, no.
Or a liver?
I've eaten liver, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. My dad loves liver, so I've eaten it before.
Is your dad a beast is he unstoppable in the box?
No, he's not a fox in the box, no. He's just a predator.
Okay, so a documentary's come out about Haaland when he was back at Dortmund called The Big Decision. Apparently he eats 6,000 calories a day. He only drinks water through a complicated filter system and tries to look at sunshine as soon as he wakes. The whole eating hot. Yeah, I was about to say that. What a goff, mate. Honestly, he's like that weird kid at school that turns up like on a Monday, like really tired. And you're like, what'd you do? And he's like, I stayed up till 4 a.m. playing Warcraft and eating hearts. Mate, honestly.
That is a lie. They say he only drinks water.
Yeah, mate. Well, he only drinks water, mate, but that's a fucking lie because he definitely drinks Monster. He definitely drinks Monster,
of course
mate.
he drinks Monster. He drinks all the new
I only
flavours.
drink water through a filtrated system. Do you reckon he filtrates his Monster?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just.
Mate, this is obviously, if he wasn't a footballer, this guy would be working in CEX.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely. Or he just wouldn't be working. He'd be going to like art school.
Art school. So here's a quote from Haaland. People say meat is bad for you. I tried to do an accent then, but I didn't want to do it. People say meat is bad for you, but which? The meat you get at McDonald's or the local cow eating grass right over there? Over there, I guess. I eat the heart and the liver. Heart and liver are superfoods rich in vitamin B, iron, phosphorus, copper, and magnesium. Haaland said the first thing he does in the morning is to get sunlight in his eyes. It is good for circadian rhythm. So whilst
What does that mean?
It's like when you wake up and go to bed naturally.
Cool.
But what if it's raining? He's moved to Manchester now.
Yeah,
He's
away in the
fucked.
sun. Yeah, exactly.
He's get a
Just have to
sunbed in his
stare at one of
house.
these bright lights.
But yeah, so that's his secret. Do you reckon Butcher's sales are going to go through the roof because of this?
I do think that in Manchester, the sale of hearts could increase. Yeah,
Okay.
skyrocket.
You're not fancy it. As
I-
a vegetarian myself, it makes me feel a bit ill.
To be honest, I don't mind it because it's
Also, eating hearts. Have you watched Jeffrey Dahmer?
not fully. I've watched one episode.
And
Did he
this is
munch
the
a heart?
shit. Remember last week you said the only chance we'll get to stop Haaland is if he gets arrested for something really dodgy. That's the shit they used to get up to on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's where we could get him done for. Like he has like human flesh in his fucking fridge or something.
Yeah, or maybe he just collects humans' hearts.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't put it past him to munch a human heart. But what do you call it?
Maybe that's like the ultimate.
No, do you know that guy called Liver King on Instagram?
I've seen Liver King. Yeah.
So there's obviously some truth to this, yeah, because he doesn't. He bangs on about it so much. He's changed his name to Liver King. Yeah.
Yeah,
He hasn't
he only
called it.
eats
He hasn't
liver.
called himself Heart King though. So I don't know if he eats hearts, but obviously it must do bits.
I mean, Liver King of it.
He munches it raw as well.
I'm not gonna say anything about Liver King because I've seen people on podcasts like this mention him and he just destroys them afterwards.
Yeah,
So
exactly,
Liver
yeah.
King, I guess I'm a big fan. The big news of the weekend, turned out actually not to be news, was that Iker Casillas, ex-Real Madrid and Spain World Cup winning goalie, came out as gay on Twitter, which was, I thought, amazing. Wow, it's such a high-profile player coming out. This is great. It's what basically the game's been waiting for a while in that circle. And then to make even more spicy, Puyol replied to him saying, "It's time to tell everyone our story." And I thought, whoa, Jesus, it's gone from being something really amazing to being completely mind-blowing.
Juicy.
Really juicy stuff. And how long did it? An hour before Casillas deleted the tweet, then said it was a joke and said it got hacked. And it's just pathetic from the pair of them. It's just sort of like proper rubbish primary school banter.
I don't know if it's pathetic from Puyol because I don't know what he meant. Maybe it was like a translation difference. What he think he was just taking the piss.
He said it's time to tell our story.
Oh right, you think he was joking? I
think
that was banter.
Yeah, and I think apparently it was a response to Casillas is fed up with like the Spanish media. Speculating on his relationships. Apparently he's dating loads of girls or something, but it's just poor from both of them, really. Yeah. And obviously everyone's a bit up in arms about it, and he's apologised to the
and like
the
what a weird way to do it.
The LGBTQ community.
Must be so annoying being linked to fucking supermodel every week.
Yeah.
Shut up, Iker.
Sorry, mate. But yeah, and then everyone obviously thought it was real because why would you sort of joke about that? It's just a bit sad for both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's come off bad in this instance.
Yeah.
And also, however, I swear he works for
fans.
FIFA or something like that. So the Qataris are going to love him for it.
I think he lost millions of followers.
But the Qataris are going to love him. They're going to be like, yeah, that's the shit we
What
like.
it did do is expose a lot of homophobia on Twitter. Yeah. The NFL has been in town again. What was that?
That was me spitting on the ground.
Why?
Don't like NFL.
You don't like the NFL?
Goons.
Yeah, I actually went to the NFL once.
Yeah, makes sense.
I got a free ticket, so don't blame me. I had nothing else to do, so I went, and it was it was so boring.
Yeah.
However,
if I went, I'd probably enjoy like people watching more.
Yeah,
than the
that's
game.
what it was. It was people watching.
Yeah.
It was a lot of comic book guy looking guys, just sort of pretending that they're into this sport.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you know what? If you are actually into it, good on you. because I would not have the patience for it. Roy Keane, probably the least likely person you'd think to be at the NFL, was at the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. A bit weird.
There's a video of a guy asking him for a selfie, and Roy Keane basically tells him to fuck off, which is brilliant.
He was saying after the game.
Can't you see I'm watching the fucking game?
Yeah. I'm watching the fucking game. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah. If you're that guy, how would you feel at that moment? Because obviously you've got to have a lot of minerals to go out to Roy Keane.
I think he feels exactly how he should. Embarrassed, ashamed.
You should feel ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, it should be. Like, if you're watching the game, I know in American football it like stops and starts all the time, but like, just fucking leave him alone.
Yeah, mate.
It's Roy Keane as well. What do you expect? You know he's going to switch.
I'm not sure there's a lot of situations where I'd say hi to Roy Keane.
No,
I love Roy Keane. I love watching him. I think he's a legend. I find him hilarious. But I'm terrified of him.
Mate, I had a Roy Keane top on last week, yeah? If I was wearing that and I saw him rolled off, I still wouldn't ask him for a photo because I think he'd think less of me. Yeah. If I'm
what do you call yourself a man, do you? Asking other men for photos? Yeah. The fuck do you think you are?
Exactly. I think I just would say, go right, Roy, and maybe try and get a firm handshake out of him.
Mate, nah, I don't know about that. I think, imagine like you've got in a lift and then Roy Keane gets in the lift and you're just standing there in silence. I maybe you give him a, you alright, mate?
Definitely,
as he comes in.
I'd say,
and if he started talking to me, then I'd be like, you're right. But he'd probably be like, the fuck are you talking to me for? There's only two of us in the left.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Trying to make this a weird situation.
I think you've got to say, right, Roy?
I don't, yeah, but again, you're just setting yourself up for a really embarrassing moment.
Yeah, but still, you've got to try it out. You might end up being like, you're never going to be. I doubt he has many friends.
Imagine.
And I don't think that's his problem. I don't think he wants friends.
Mate, imagine him at parents' evening.
Oh my god, the parents would be quaking.
No, the teachers.
Oh, the
teachers and the kids.
Teachers, yeah.
He was like, "Oh, sorry, Robert, your son's been misbehaving a bit this term."
Go on, what did he do?
What? Yeah, what did he do? Explain it.
What? Throwing a rubber. Is that it?
You know what? When I've read Roy Keane's book. When he was manager of Sunderland, he stayed in halls, like uni halls.
What, with kids?
There were students in the halls.
Mad. Imagine you were at uni.
Mate, your first year of uni and fucking Roy Keane is in your halls. What are you smoking there? Is that ganja?
Oh man, imagine him telling you to keep the noise down. You'd never be loud again.
You're just having little pre-drinks before you go out, and he just walks in, puts his plate in the dishwasher, and just stares at everyone. Where the fuck do you think you're going? You got lectures tomorrow. Newcastle beat Brentford 5-1.
Yeah, mad. To be fair, you watch it.
I saw the goals.
All the goals, were just Brentford being shit. I know, but Newcastle were putting pressure on them, but 4 of the goals were them just fucking up.
Does this mean that Newcastle would beat Man United 9-1?
Potentially, yeah. Well, I think they're better than Man United. They'll beat them.
Yeah, well, you can say that. Will Newcastle get a European place?
Yeah.
Champions League, Europa League?
I am confident. I would say
Champions
that
League's so up for grabs
they have played consistently well. I don't care. Their results, have been good as well, but they've actually played well at most games. Man United don't. Tottenham don't. I don't think they'll do better than Tottenham, but they will do well if they keep playing as well as they have been. They're class. I'm not looking forward to playing them again. We got lucky. Liverpool have only won 2 games this year, and one of them was fucking Bournemouth, and the other one was Newcastle. We scored in the 98th minute.
Yeah.
It's actually shocking.
I don't know why you're talking about Liverpool.
It's because, I'm stressed.
Yeah, you're still going on about it. Just sort of get used to being mediocre again.
I'll have to, yeah. I'll have to. And the one I will do, I'll just stop caring about football.
That's what get into golf, mate, I've done for the last 2 years.
Or just support football in general.
I'm actually playing 11-a-side for the first time in about 2 years on Saturday.
Good. I'm glad you're getting back into it.
So I'm back. 2:00 kickoff.
Yeah.
The usual Saturday.
What position are you going to go for?
I'm playing up front.
You?
Yeah. I played up front most of my life.
No.
Until I got to uni, and I thought I saw the strikers there, and I couldn't. I thought.
Who would you say you're similar to? You look like Danny Ings type.
I'd say Idiger Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hard work, hard
so
working.
You can keep the ball fairly well.
Yeah, I can kick a ball. I can't. The only thing I can't do is win an aerial duel.
Yeah.
Attacking headers, I'm class, but I'm just kind of short. Perhaps our favourite segment on the Dugout, Hater of the Week, where we put out the most hateful comments that we receive on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, that sort of stuff. And we just give them a shout out, basically. So apparently there's a good one for me this week after what I said about Lisandro Martinez lying about his height. What does it say, Luke?
So this is Mike with a Y.
Okay.
He said, guy has a height complex. Really said 5'9.5".
Yeah.
Salty that a small football player is bigger than him. Thoughts?
I get it. I can't really disagree with anything he said. So I've got a height complex.
You've got a height complex, and he said 5'9.5". So he's saying because you're saying a half, like anyone cares about halves.
Well, I mean that is genuinely my height. If I had a height complex, I'd be rounding it up to 5'10".
I don't know. See? I think you're just 5'9" and just adding it for no reason.
Maybe. Well, I mean, I might have grown or shrank last time I measured myself, but that was it. I think the half is important here because I like to be accurate. And in centimeters, it obviously sounds taller. I think it's 170 or so. But so I could say that, but no, I'm sticking with the half, and I always will. It also raises a lot of questions when I do say 5'9.5" to people, but it's just my height, mate. Can't do anything about it. It's how I was born.
We've got one for both of us here.
Okay.
Not everyone needs to make a podcast.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like fucking RJA0040.
No, but no, he is right. No, that's a good. I don't think that's digging at us. Or maybe it is just the fact not everyone does need to make a podcast. Like, imagine if Bin Laden and Putin had a podcast.
That'd be sick. That would genuinely be unreal.
Yeah.
So every week now we're gonna do Player of the Week.
Okay.
It can be for any reason. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best player. It's just your Player of the Week. Who are you gonna give me?
I'm gonna have to think.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you mine.
What's yours?
Mine's Aubameyang. Because
Why?
He's come out and he's slated Arsenal. He started saying that Mikel Arteta can only manage with kids who will say yes and do anything that he says.
And that's made him your player of the week.
Yeah, because he just gets worse, and I love it.
And so Aubameyang actually did address this.
Yeah, he addressed it.
He said it was ages ago.
Yeah, ages ago. And also, he's now linked to fucking PSG, and he just joined Chelsea.
Yeah, but he just joined Barca, and now he's at Chelsea.
I don't understand this guy. Like, he literally joined Chelsea, and now
he's your player of the week.
Yeah, because I love Aubameyang content. And he just keeps providing like goodies. So you've had some time to think about your one now, Al. And
So well, in that case, my player of the week will be Trent because I feel a bit sorry for him, and I think he needs a bit of a pick me up. So Trent you're being awarded my player of the week. So hopefully you see this because I know you are watching the show week in, week out.
Well, he will now. He's on the physio's bench, so he'll be watching.
Yeah, so he'll be consuming a lot of content. So Trent, well done, mate. Player of the week. Yeah. Keep it up. But anyway, thank you very much for listening to The Dugout or watching it on Standout Sports. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. Follow us on TikTok as well. It'll be Standout Sport or just search for The Dugout. Like, subscribe, and just have a good week.
And comment.
Yeah, comment
Make
as well.
Make sure you comment.
Please comment.
Please.
You could be the next hater of the week.
Feed us.